The enemy team is going to be playing a on
Oh, it's only best of 2 on Koth? So, yeah, okay. So, Canada won that, so it's 1-1 now. Okay, cool. Okay, looking at the third map, it's gonna be Horizon Lunar Colony. Oh, baby! Zero gravity! Oh, yeah. That nobody ever goes into. It's so out of the way to go in there. But I don't know. This map's okay. It's just 2 CP and has all the same problems with 2 CP, where it's just stalled out fights, so
they're going to go back.
Get full screen again.
Once again on this defense to a dive composition. Russia will be playing the mirror, so Canada wants to play that mirror comp once again.
All right, well, hasn't been working out the greatest so far, but
team comp, there's so much to talk about here. So it's dive versus dive. I haven't seen this yet.
A different result, we'll find out. Russia on the attack in the red, Canada in the blue on the defense here on Horizon Lunar Colony. Russia kind of skirting around to the outside, as we see many teams do here.
And I guess I could talk a little bit about dive, actually. I mean, not just write it off as meta EA. I mean, dive makes sense. Why it's the strongest comp in Overwatch. It provides the most mobility with the most damage right now. So, Genji, Tracer, Winston, Devo, Lucio, all have mobility, and a lot of it. Tracers have her blinks, Devo has her shift, Winston has his jump, Genji has his dash and resets. And of course, the speed boost from Lucio. The Zenyatta is the only flexible one, because Zenyatta can be switched out for Ana sometimes. Ever since the Ana nerf, I think Zenyatta's been a tiny bit stronger, just because being able to focus fire those Discord targets down is so important in dive comps. Like, you see the Winston tickling the Discord target, they're going to go down so quick. As far as the setup goes, it looks like, who's attacking? So Russia's attacking right now, and Canada's setting up on the high ground right now. Going for a quick dive, going to force them off the high ground here, push them back onto point. Still want to see a Torbarisa, but nobody, that's never going to happen, so.
Push the defending team back, and then from there you can kind of figure out the best angle, and you can send your trace from the back lines like this too. Stakes has been quite good on this hero pick, but has to back off for a bit.
Shadowburn gets the first pick, taking out Sure4 with a nice headshot.
Man advantage for Russia here.
And Mistake's going a little low, but he's just going to back off around. They're playing pretty safe here, just not trying to give them any openings. Still pushing, though. And looks like Canada's got to push back in. Nah, it doesn't look like Canada's going to be able to do it. So let's watch what happened there again. So it looks like back. So he jumps in, we saw that part, then they back off to point. So now, where did Russia take point? Did they just walk up? They're holding so far, they gotta be holding closer. Okay, right there, like a second back. Let me get to that. Here. Mangachu should not be all the way back here. He should be right at this fucking stairway. He's full health, right? Yeah, he's full health, and so is XQC. They need to be right on this stairway, making sure that they can't come in through this choke right here. Instead, they're holding a little bit too far back. So
yeah, the idea is to kind of claim that high ground area, push the defending team back, and then from there you can kind of figure out the best.
And then they're just getting harassed here. Mangachu turns around to try and harass Mistakes out. Sure4 going down there again. Okay. And then they're just holding like the back edge of the point, which is weird. And then they all get off point here, give them a tick and a half. It's still winnable. It's only a 5v6 right now, and Sure4 is coming back. But then Agility gets a headshot by Forsaken. XQC goes down, and Mangachu just goes in to try and stall, but yeah, it's just over. So yeah, that's what happened there. So they got pushed out off a point, and then they just funneled back into the choke and all died. They can't give up point there. They have to fight on point, fight at the choke when the other team's pushing in. So what if they got high ground? You can just hold the people as they try and push into the point. You can play this back pillar right here a lot, which I think they should have been holding like this back area, but anyways, so that's just Canada not being aggressive enough. and they lost the point because of that. And also, Sure 4 going down first was a big pick from Shadowburn. So, a little bit of Russia playing well, a little bit of Canada's positioning being a little bit off.
Both Shao and Sure 4 swapping over to Soldier.
Yeah, Russia swapping it over to the triple DPS, only relying on that Winston for the tank.
Oh yeah, they are switching over to that triple DPS. Interesting. They don't want the Diva anymore. But Sure 4 switches over to Soldier, so maybe they will need that Diva. Let's see. Gonna be a Blade coming in here from Shadowburn, and they do have the Lucio ult and the Zenyatta ult to counter it. Agility goes down first, so that's big. Again, they're not fighting on point. Okay, now they are. But
XQC did take down Chao, so that is one DPS out of the way. Sure 4 getting very low though.
I don't know why Sure 4 he didn't. Okay, I guess he didn't want to Blade there.
And Canada manages to repel Russia crucially with one.
Let's see what happens here. So it looks like after Chao goes down, they're just kind of half shoving it and waiting for them to go down.
And Canada manages to repel Russia crucially with one support ultimate.
I think XQC just dived Chao on high ground.
They still have the sound barrier, so keeping track that Shadowburn still has that. Dragon Blade Agilities will now be able to use his as well. So Canada weathers the.
But they got the trance out. They still have the beat on the side of Canada though. So one support ult, but two support ults for Russia. So we'll see how those go. Support ults are huge in this. So you can just sit on point with beat and trance, and it gives you a lot of free fighting time. But it looks like they're not really grouped up right now. Well, very, very scattered, and looks like it's going to be another lost fight for Russia as Shirky goes down first.
Agility's under a little bit of pressure from behind, but XQC there to push Shadowburn back, take him out, and Russia held again. But this is okay. On the Russia side of things, you've got time to build those ultimates and go for a big push later.
You do, but you're not getting that much value because Canada uses one ult to repel you every time. This time it was the Primal Rage, and look at that, Rolf almost all the way back to another Transcendence.
Good point by the casters. The ult economy. I feel like I keep saying ult economy. But it's very, very good for Canada. They used only the Primal Rage there, and they were able to hold on to that beat, which is big. They got the Blade, they got the Bomb, they have the Visor. They're going to have 5 ults for this next fight. Russia's going to have 5 as well, but a lot of time, as long as the defensive ults are used very effectively, they can stall out for the defense. The big thing is just making sure you can get at least 1 or 2 kills on the offensive team as they push in, so there's no way they can just hold that point and wipe you. You can't let them have 6 when they push in. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, they are just controlling that high ground. That's what they're trying to do. They're just sitting on the Raptors with the Winston Diva, and then just calling out the targets when they're alone. Before taking a little bit of harass there.
They could try to commit right here.
They have to do
not committing to anything yet.
Off the top there. That's been a big problem for them to this point.
So Shadowburn goes down, so they're probably just gonna fuck it. Yeah, they got back off.
XQC has been great on this point. I mean, somehow, maybe a little bit weirdly, he's been able to get onto the crucial members of Canada and get picks every time.
Yeah, I wish we had the camera on him more. Okay, we are now. So XQC's just been sitting up on this rafter and just finding the targets. Like, whenever he sees Shadowburn dash in, he'll just follow him and chase him down until he dies, which is exactly what he should be doing. Camera's never on the Winston too much, normally because they're not too interesting to watch. I mean, I enjoy watching it, but that's because I'm a dirty Winston player.
Well, if you're good at the dive, I don't know why you're not.
Good harass getting down there, forcing them back, taking some harass. So he's in an awkward position here. Wants to probably reposition himself. They're giving Russia a little bit of ground here. They might get a tick. No, they're not going to let them have the tick. XQC's on point here. Does he have ult? No, but he gets beated. So Agilities goes down first. Shadowburn picks up 2.
Doing a lot of damage as Shadowburn gets a couple kills.
It looks like a little bit of a late ult from Rolf there. Might have been the issue. But Russia lost one. That's huge. It is only a Lucio, but they still lost one.
He already did some pretty serious work with that Dragon Blade a bit earlier in this fight. Now just kind of helping out with the cleanup. Tank's still around though. XQC is still there with the Primal Rage, and Russia.
They're just stalling this out here.
Doesn't look like it. No, it was so close. Now they did. Just now they were able to take that first.
They got the first tick,
That's
yeah.
pretty crucial.
But the Winston goes down. So, ooh, those are some nice shurikens. Not nice enough though. Agilities, okay, Agilities cleans up with Dragon Blade, and okay, Canada gets a hold there. Nah, I'm not gonna redo that. That wasn't that interesting. It's a little too scattered to really see what was going on. Russia just lost one. Then they were fighting a 5v6 once everyone in Canada came back up. Canada, and then the Winston went down, and then they just all died or backed out after that. So.
Russia has a pretty big ult advantage in the next couple minutes, though. They're going to have all three. That's big, too.
Big play.
All right, that works. Russia has some more opportunity here as their defensive.
What? The Lucio goes down again? Mistakes goes down, so this is probably another lost fight for Russia. Again, you gotta have... They get a little more time on cap, which is good, but... Okay, well... That was a misplay from the Winston, not sticking in the trance there. Well, maybe not. He just jumped out. It's just so much shit happening. So, let's see. Yeah, from here. So, Russia had already lost both Mistakes and Rubicon. Rubicon? 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 Okay, I'm done. They lost their Lucio and Mistakes pretty early in that fight, so it's really only a 4v6 right now because XQC is super low, so is Mangachu, but so is Joe Meister. I don't know why he popped the trance there, so let's go back to where he popped the trance.
Opportunity here as their defensive, or as their attack ultimates come online.
So I think he just popped it as soon as he got it, maybe?
Attack visor ready to go. He has to wait out Childs though for the moment, and that's more.
So here's the trance popped on point. He pops the trance right as the Winston jumps back to the choke because he's low. So a little bit of a miscommunication there from Russia. Forsaken should have told Sharky, yo, I have trance, just stay there. Something like that. So that was a little bit of a mistake. Speaking of mistakes, so where did Mistakes die? So Mistakes died... Okay, yeah.
Attack visor ready to go. He has to wait out Childs though for the moment.
Sure4 is just doing so much DPS in this back here. Then I don't like that Dragon Blade there. I really don't like it. It feels like a lost cause at that point.
They used the Transcendence in conjunction with the Dragon Blade, but everybody from Canada...
Battle usage by Russia. Battle usage. Both the Transcendence and the Dragon Blade were just not effective there. The Dragon Blade shouldn't have been used at all. The Transcendence needed to be a little more communicated with the tanks on that team. I kind of want to see a D.Va again, just to shut down Sure4 a little bit, because he's doing so much damage in the back there.
Communication error there for sure by the Russian team.
That's kind of surprising. You don't see them make mistakes in this tournament like that too often, but came at a good time for Canada. Still just one tick on point B for Russia. Agility's just poking away. There's the sound barrier. Is he going to go farther back? Russia looks like they might just fall back here, but it might be too late actually. Yeah. Looks like
it's another lost fight. XQC is doing a good job at just taking out the supports first.
They are, Joe. Shadowburn not close to that Dragon Blade either. Meanwhile, Wolf and Agilities, that combo, Trance and Dragon Blade, can clear out the point, and Russia's going to have to stand on it.
They have the attack visor, though. If they can get the D.Va out of mech, I mean, it's a hard task, but if you can get the D.Va out of mech, you have an uncontested attack visor, so...
Coming down the center each time, and Canada's picked up on that. They've killed him a lot.
No support ults, though, for Canada. Oh, he's gonna go for it. What the hell, Agilities? Oh my god, you're a monster. You're a monster. Holy shit. He actually went for that huge play there, and he's gonna pick up 3, and that should be the round for Canada, unless there's a miracle play here from Russia. That is an aggressive Dragon Blade in there from Agilities, and it worked out exceptionally well. This is Russia we're looking at right now, and they just look like, oh god, what do we do? We didn't cap the second point. There's our Lord and Savior, XQC, wearing makeup for some reason.
Soldier alone. Less.
Yep.
I guess they probably put makeup on all the players because, you know, they're going to be on camera.
Have all that verticality. You have the girders to hide behind as well. So, could be nice for them.
I like heavy makeup. It's just foundation, but
going to be coming into
hey,
play, so they will not have much.
gotta look pretty for the camera.
Shots, but Farah doesn't
Oh, I like the Pharah. Yay, some varied team comps. My favorite. Alright, so we're going to see a Sombra here for Russia. Again, I think we saw a Sombra from the South Korea. Or it might have been, no, Poland ran the Sombra on Horizon Lunar Colony earlier in this tournament. And it didn't work for Poland, but that was mostly because they were playing against South Korea. I think it might work for Russia here. If they didn't have the Pharah. Since Canada has his Pharah, again, no Soldier, no McCree. I mean, nobody fucking runs McCree right now. I don't know why. I am legitimately confused why no teams run McCree in these tournaments. I guess just because he's weak to dive and everybody's diving, but yeah, I guess just because he's weak to dive. But you would think, like, at a pro level when the McCrees are as good as they are, never mind. Mostly opting for the Soldier instead. I guess because you have to just be so goddamn close with McCree, and his damage fall off is just too high for him to be effective at long range. And at mid range, a McCree is going to die to a Genji pretty quick, or a Winston pretty quick. So, regardless, we're not going to see a McCree this game. I can tell you that much. Instead, we're going to see the Pharah Mercy coming out from Mangachu and Rolf. And the rest of it's just the traditional dive. And let's see how it plays out here. Mangachu's doing well on that Pharah so far. They haven't lost when Mangachu's been on it. It's a nice direct on the Lucio there. Surefour is getting on the Monkey. Monkey goes down first, so that's a big play. The stakes going pretty low. Ooh, good tracking there to get some damage on it. Stakes goes down. Diva gets out of mech, so it's going to be a win here for Canada. Just going to get the cleanup now. So, does Sombra work? No. Or at least not here. They didn't really feel like they played off the health packs that well, and Mangachu just did a good job at spamming the rockets at supports, being a nuisance, and then some good diving from the rest of Canada there. And Surefour is actually going to switch off to the 76 here. Slower economy pushes.
Farah, they are very strong on this point. Yeah. If you get an advantage, and you
get big directs there.
Any chance to get to the respawns because he can control the doors.
Oh, this is looking so good for Canada. And that's a team kill, almost. Tracer's last alive here. Just gonna go down, and Canada's gonna take a quick round there.